All right, we'll move on to top shelf bets. Our favorite bets for Thursday, February 10th, 2022. I'll let you start. Your game is another really solid contest between two contenders in the Eastern Conference. Carolina Hurricanes at the current moment are minus 105 in Boston. The Bruins are minus 115. The over-under here 6. We talked before we got on. We don't really think this number is going to stay there, but make your case for Carolina.
Yeah, we're gonna need to move quick on this, super quick. In fact, in the morning as soon as the markets open up. So, the Canes have lost 2 straight, but they've both been unlucky losses. The game against the Leafs was a coin flip where they just didn't get the last bounce and didn't get the goaltending they needed against the Senators. Now the Bruins will be without Brad Marchand, who's awaiting a suspension, and Bergeron is going to be out in that game as well. So obviously, if you take out 2 of the top 6 from any team, it is a big blow, but it is even more apparent on a top-heavy team like the Bruins. I think that we'll get Anderson in net for the Canes, while Allmark should go for the Bruins, who is a downgrade from Jeremy Swayman at this point. I think that the 2 offensive losses here for the Bruins is just going to be too much to overcome for a Canes team that I still have them playing at a high level. I'm still very bullish on them, and the only thing to keep in mind though is that that number is going to move quick. So I do like the Canes up to a minus 130 with both of those Boston guys out.
Yeah, it was an interesting day for the Bruins or a couple of days with Marchand suspension, Tuukka Rask retirement, busy day in Beantown, and another team now to keep in mind. We've talked about it a little bit now for the past couple of weeks about teams that will look for goaltending upgrades at the trade deadline. The Bruins could be a sneaky one, and I know that Olmark was signed to an extension or to a big contract from Buffalo, but don't really think they're going into the playoffs with that tandem, even though I think Jeremy Swayman is on his way to being a legitimate starter. For my favorite bet, same tune I was singing at the top of the show, the Ottawa Senators plus 170, hosting the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ottawa is 10-12 as an underdog of plus 150 or more this season. They're 26-35 in that spot for the past 2 seasons. That's a 42.6% win rate, plus 23.8% ROI. And if you bet $100 on the Senators in each one of those spots, you'd be up $1,452. I think the Senators they have a profile that I like as a big underdog. They have a lot of high-end offensive talent, and with the way Matt Murray and Anton Forsberg too, from time to time they've been playing in goal. They give this team a chance to stay in games and let one of their dynamic offensive players score the big goal to get them the upset. They just upset the Carolina Hurricanes for the second time this season. An incredible start to that game where they raced out to a 4-0 lead, almost blew it, but we're forgiven for that. But I think that we're catching the Penguins also in a good spot. No Evgeny Malkin, and their defensive numbers are starting to dip a little bit. And as you said at the top of the show, we might see Casey DeSmith in goal for Pittsburgh. And even if we don't, I do think betting against Tristan Jarry over the next couple of weeks, towards the down the stretch, could pay off because the market is very high on him right now with the way he was playing in the first half, and we do think that his numbers will likely regress back towards in between of where he was last season and was for the first half of this season. So I like the Ottawa Senators plus 170. I'll double down. My favorite underdog is also my favorite bet for Thursday, February 10th. 2022.
Check out all of our Super Bowl content on the Action Network, and don't forget to watch Convince Me, 11 a.m. Eastern, Sunday, to see who we're thinking about as the game gets close.